Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Okay, we've literally all been there, right? You need to cram for a huge test, or, maybe you're trying to learn a completely new coding language over the weekend. So you pull up a standard AI, you type in a prompt asking for a 7-day study schedule, and you wait. And what do you usually get back? Well, typically, it's this massive, totally unstructured, generic list of topics that the AI basically just hallucinated on the spot. I mean, it looks super convincing, but half the textbook chapters it references, yeah, they don't even exist. It is incredibly frustrating. But today, we're diving into an amazing project from the Kaggle AI Agents capstone that totally flips this paradigm. It's called StudyForge, and it is a massive shift away from just basic prompting right into a true enterprise-grade multi-agent architecture. To really get this, look at the stark contrast between what we usually get and what this new architecture actually builds for us. On one side, you've got your typical vanilla LLM output. Think of this as a guessing AI. Standard models just predict the next most likely word, which makes them super prone to hallucinating when what you actually need are hard, concrete facts. But then, on the other side, look at the StudyForge approach. This is what a fetching AI looks like. The output is highly structured, it's organized, and most importantly, it's verified by real external data. No more guessing. So you might be wondering, why do standard AIs fail so spectacularly at studying? Well, it really comes down to one incredibly dangerous fact. Unverified learning is dangerous learning. Seriously, if you dedicate hours preparing for an exam based on totally hallucinated facts, you're going to fail. Standard AIs just lack the built-in architectural guardrails to actually verify the stuff they're teaching you. So to fix a problem this deep, we can't just tweak the prompt. We need an entirely different enterprise-grade structural solution. We literally have to change the very foundation of how the AI operates. All right, let's jump right into our next section. Introducing StudyForge and the Google ADK. So what is this exactly? StudyForge is a multi-agent AI study assistant built squarely on the Google Agent Development Kit, or ADK. Now, if you're into systems engineering, this is where it gets really exciting. Instead of having just one single, overwhelmed AI trying to do absolutely everything, planning, fetching, writing quizzes, think of StudyForge like a highly structured corporate office. At the very top, you have the study_planner. This agent is basically the boss. It doesn't fetch any data itself. Its only job is to extract the specific topic you want to learn, grab your time budget, and then orchestrate the rest of its team to get the actual work done. And this brings us to what the Google ADK calls agent-to-agent, or A2A flow. Let's walk through it. It's pretty cool. Step 1, the root orchestrator, our boss, the study_planner, takes your budget and topic. Step 2, it immediately delegates the heavy lifting to a specialized subagent called the content retriever, which actually goes out and pulls the learning material. And then, step 3, it hands off that verified info to another specialized subagent, the quiz generator, to build a custom test. By breaking it down this way, the system guarantees that no single part gets overwhelmed or confused by juggling too much context. Now, for my fellow systems architecture nerds out there, you're gonna love this part. StudyForge uses spec-driven development. These gherkin.feature files act as the absolute source of truth for the whole project. Basically, these files specify exactly how the planner, the content retriever, and the quiz agents are supposed to behave in every single scenario. And here's the kicker, these specs are written before a single line of agent code is even drafted. This means the entire multi-agent pipeline is completely predictable, rigorously tested, and held to strict requirements right from day one. There's zero guessing about what the AI is going to do. Moving right along to our next section, the secret sauce, MCP and verified data. Okay, so we know the agents talk to each other to divide up the work, but how do they actually avoid hallucinating the study material? Well, the answer is the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. StudyForge uses a custom fast MCP server to expose free educational content tools directly to the AI network. So instead of the AI just searching its own static, probably outdated memory, MCP acts like a secure bridge. It literally lets the AI reach out into the real world and access live external data sources right at the exact moment it needs them. Let's look under the hood at how that content retriever subagent actually works. It attaches something called an MCP toolset to securely hit free Wikipedia REST and Action APIs, and it relies on very specific hard-coded tools like Fetch Topic Summary and Search Learning Resources. So if you ask this system to teach you quantum physics, the AI isn't just guessing what quantum physics is, it is literally making live API calls directly to Wikipedia, pulling down verified educational summaries, and using that exact fetched text to build your study plan. It completely anchors the AI in reality.
So, once that verified Wikipedia data is actually inside the system, the quiz underscore generator subagent takes over. It uses this really neat thing called an agent skill. This is designed as a progressive disclosure contract in a skill.md file, which then directly drives a Python implementation, specifically quiz underscore skill.py. By forcing the quiz generator to use this strictly defined skill, the system completely guarantees that the multiple choice questions it writes are sourced only from the verified facts it just pulled. It basically eliminates the chance of a hallucinated test because the AI is contractually bound to the actual Wikipedia text.
All right, let's pivot to our final major section, human control and free infrastructure. Check out this prompt. Here is your study plan. Do you approve? This perfectly highlights the beautiful A2UI or agent to UI browser flow, which is built entirely with Gradio. Before StudyForge takes any irreversible action or moves on to generate a bunch of complex quizzes, the AI literally just pauses. It presents its drafted plan to you right on the screen and waits at this critical human-in-the-loop gate. You, the actual human, are entirely in the driver's seat. The AI is completely frozen until you review the syllabus and physically click that approve button. And that human-in-the-loop approval gate is really just one piece of a much wider security architecture here. Serious guardrails are built into the system right from the get-go. Alongside that approve and reject flow, there's rigorous input validation screening, which is specifically designed to protect against prompt injection patterns. So this ensures that some malicious input can't just hijack your study_planner agent and force it to perform unauthorized tasks. The architecture strictly protects the user from bad data, and it protects the system itself from bad actors.
Okay, get ready, because here is the absolute punchline of this entire explainer. Look at the cost breakdown on this table. We've got this highly complex multi-agent orchestrator, securely fetching live API data through MCS, running through a beautifully paused browser UI, and evaluating complex logic with total precision. And what does it cost? The Google ADK runtime? Free. The Gemini 2.5 Flash large language model doing the deep reasoning? Free tier. The Wikipedia content API? Free. The Gradio demo hosting on Hugging Face Spaces? Completely free. This entire staggering enterprise-grade architecture literally costs $0 to run. That is just incredible. And honestly, that brings us to why this architecture truly matters on a global scale. StudyForge was submitted to the Kaggle Agents for Good track. The core mission here is to widen access to structured, self-paced learning. By deliberately building a design that operates flawlessly on 100% free services, literally any student anywhere in the world who can get a free API key suddenly has access to a verified, personalized, meticulously structured AI tutor. It is the absolute democratization of advanced learning systems right before our eyes.
So, we've seen how brilliant root orchestrators, specialized subagents, live MCP data fetching, and strict human-in-the-loop security can all be stitched together flawlessly without spending a single dime. Which leaves me with one final question for you. What will you build when enterprise-grade, verified AI architectures cost absolutely nothing? It is such an incredible time to be learning and an even better time to be building. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I highly encourage you to go explore the potential of multi-agent development for yourself.